Hello friends! Come in and have a look at what has happened since the last episode. Down here you can see the cabin frame waiting to get attached to the rest of the fuselage. But now come and join me. As you can see, we already had 2 sessions of coding and sanding. Although it looks good on the first glance and feels smooth like silk, there are still some areas needing another pass. These are low spots and you can identify them as being slightly darker than the rest. Sorry for the gas masks, but the black coat is heavily emitting styrene vapor, heavier than air, so it's not possible to enter the workshop without safety equipment at the moment. Safety comes first, no matter if we're flying or building. The build process for the fuselage of gluing together 100mm or 4-inch sections results in a waviness, thinner than a credit card, but still visible to the eye. The black coat gradually removes the waves layer by layer and will also provide a smooth mirror-like finish in the end. Of course, we are not there yet. You will immediately notice that there is always a high spot at each joint and a low spot in between. The only way to get rid of the waves is to sand at plus and minus 45 degrees alternatingly, or otherwise you will just end up creating new waves. As you can see, this process is very labor intensive, taking hours of sanding for each layer, but the only way to end up with a perfect finish at the end. One layer is finished when there are no high spots anymore and most of the low spots are gone. Then we will put on another layer of the black material and the whole sanding starts again until the last wave and low spot has gone. Like I said before, you can notice low spots by their darker and high spots by their lighter color. The total thickness of the black material will in the end be less than the thickness of a credit card. High curvature makes the process a bit more tricky, as even the flexible sander will reach its limits. For the tip of the nose, the solution which works best is a sanding paper on top of a foam pad. Good thing it's just such a very small area to be done that way. And now the moment of truth. The cabin frame is put onto the fuselage. Will it fit? The black frame is printed to dimension, while the yellow part has an allowance in the size of the thickness of the coat that we are going to apply. On first glance, it looks absolutely right, and we can start coating it in a first layer. The material is low viscous but fast curing, so you're adding a thin layer with every time you move over the surface. After a few passes, the layer is ready to sand as soon as the material has cured. I am sure this is the first time you see how a high-performance jet aircraft is built, so press the subscribe right now and hit the like button like crazy, or otherwise you will miss the upcoming videos. As you can see, it takes quite a while to get to the required thickness. Building an aircraft is not a job for impatient people. And this is the result of today's work session. It is clearly visible that the overlap area needs some additional layers to get even, but this has to wait until next time. Most of the tail parts are already assembled and waiting to be added to the fuselage, so stay tuned for seeing them getting attached in one of the next episodes. Okay folks, so that's it for today, and don't miss out the next video when we add the rudder and the engine bay. See you soon, and don't forget, fly safe, fly Horus.